Hey guys, Sonia back here again with another episode of Herbs. Really have to think about a new title for that. Anyway, that is another story. Today I would like to first of all show you some statuary that I have. And the reason I'm bringing up this statuary and showing it to you is because last night our high priestess called Oya into the circle last night. Unfortunately, I could not be there. I really wish I could have. I just wanted you to see some statuary. Blessed be. Just some respect here. This is my statuary of Oya. I think you can see it. I'm trying to get really close. See? And look at that. Isn't she beautiful? She's the Orisha of thunder and lightning, and she causes change to happen in the world. And she's very beautiful into a person's life. I do love the statuary. I broke my butt to get it. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside. Now, I also want to bring up something. I'm pretty sure our high priestess may have mentioned it, maybe not. I don't know. During the time when slavery was going on in this country, especially in Louisiana and New Orleans and such places as that, um, in order for the slaves to still worship their deities, their orishas, what they had to do was cloak them and hide them under the veils of the saints. Okay, so certain saints became a representation for that orisha, so that the slave master would still believe that they were worshiping the saints, when in fact the slave was actually giving homage to the Orisha, which I think is really good how they did it. Anyway, I bring that up because if I was doing this in old school New Orleans voodoo, this is Oya, as you can see. Oya is represented in voodoo as Saint Teresa. Okay, so when most voodoo practitioners see Saint Teresa, they think Oya, which is why they can do the interchanging so well. Now, Saint Teresa, she is the patron saint of headaches. Not really too cool. But if you have headaches, can also be considered symbolic. Headaches in your life that you just need to get rid of. She's the patron saint of headache sufferers. Okay. And her feast day, because she does have a feast day, is October the 1st and October the 15th. So I just want you to know that. So if you ever see a Saint Teresa candle, think Oya. And if you think Oya, you think Saint Teresa. So that's how they were able to cloak their worshiping of the Orisha under the gauze of worshiping the saints. So that's all I want to say about that. Now I'm going to pause this for a moment because I want to put my statuary back up in its sacred spot. So hold on. Thank you. And I am now back. And Oya is back in her spot where I keep her. Blessed be. Today we're going to talk about certain herbs that are not found in most Wiccan belief systems. Today, we're going to look at some of the herbs from a different perspective from voodoo. Okay, now this particular voodoo book right here, I'm just going to show it to you. And this is by Denise Alvarado. And I got to tell you, I love this book. This is my second copy. I burned the other one out. It needed to be rebinded, so I just gave it to a friend and bought me another book. The reason I like this book so much is because it is extremely thorough. She goes over the saints, she goes over herbs, she goes over spells, she goes over traditions, she goes over everything. And I found it, she really must have wanted this book published because initially the first copy of this book was self published. And after that, another publishing company took it and she has put in new renditions. And I really, really enjoy this book. Now, that being said, today, the herbs that we are going to talk about, we're going to actually talk about two herbs. Now, this particular herb, I am taking out of my grandmother's Book of Shadows. She wouldn't call it a Book of Shadows, she called it a recipe book. But hey, rose by any other name. Today, we're going to talk about two herbs This one is black eyed peas. You can see that. Now, black eyed peas, the origin for black eyed peas is the USA, North America. What are black eyed peas used for? Well, among voodoo practitioners, black eyed peas is to bring good luck. Okay? It's to bring luck. That's what it's for. So if you were using a gambling spell, it brings luck. Now, my grandmother said that it gave luck and foresight. So you were able to see things before they happen. So you knew what to do. It was also a way of keeping an eye on your enemy. So uh, the ritual for black eyed peas, and there is one among African Americans, is that on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, we make a big old pot of black eyed peas. And it is to bring good luck into the coming new year. So that's why we use black eyed peas. I use black eyed peas in some satchels, or since we are going voodoo today, Gregory bags, so that I can keep an eye out on things. It gives me foresight. So again, that is black eyed peas. You can get at any grocery store. Really good to have. Now, another one we're going to go through that you don't really see, and you might think it's a very common herb, and it is a very common herb. We use it every day, and it's rarely found among practitioners in Wicca, but it is found among practitioners of Voodoo and Santeria, and that is black pepper. Just good old plain black pepper. Now, black pepper, usually it's not the black pepper powder, it's the black pepper corn. I'm going to look it up today in the book I just showed you. Black pepper corn. Okay? Now, the difference between black pepper and black pepper corn is this. Black pepper has already been grounded up. So, and that's good. I mean, we can use it that way. It is not my first choice, but you have to understand when I went ahead and jarred it, I thought to myself, well, let me just go ahead and just put this in a jar currently like this because, I have it. So let me just jar it like that in case I needed it quick and fast. But black pepper corn, I got interrupted. The doorbell rang. Delivery of books. Anyway, as I was saying, um, black pepper corn. I hate when this happens. Black pepper corn, because I just had my page marked. Don't you hate that? Okay, let me get back to where I was. Okay, black pepper corn is used to prevent unwanted visitors, cause pain and sorrow to an enemy, revenge. Okay. Back in the day, my grandmama, what she would do is take the black peppercorn and put it up basically in just a grinder and start talking out her intent. Um, for the no visitors part, you would put it around or near your doorstep, on your stairs, on your doorstep, so you don't have any solicitors or, forgive me, Jehovah Witnesses or such coming to your door. Now, to cause revenge, my grandmother was really meticulous about that whole revenge thing because she did believe the concept of karma. So when someone had done wrong to her, she believed the same thing that our high priest has told us, and our high priestess, both of them have told us. If you can't give a person the finger to their face, don't give it to them behind their back. In other words, if you can't tell off a person to their face, don't be going around hexing them behind their back. Dirty pull. Dirty pull. You don't do it. So, when my grandmother would finally use black pepper on somebody, it's mainly because enough was enough, and she's already done the warning. She's like, okay, this stuff gonna end, and she would use the black peppercorn and she would grind it, and while grinding, state her intent. Anyway, there are other herbs that are uniquely used for New Orleans magic or New Orleans voodoo. I am not going to go over those today, but as they come up, I will bring them up. I just want to recap really quick. Black eyed peas for good luck, protection, and foresight into the new year or into whatever you need to. Oh, the dog just came in. Apparently, I didn't have any foresight to see that coming. And black pepper. Black pepper is to be used to get rid of an unwanted visitor, to prevent them from coming to your house, and in revenge to send back a bad thing when a person has done something wrong to you. But once again, I reiterate, if you can't tell a person off to their face, do not cast against them behind their back. It is dirty pool. Don't do it. And last but not least, definitely not least, Oya. Oya, the goddess of thunder and storm and change in our world. She is also represented in Voodoo, um, or I'm sorry, um, Louisiana Voodoo or New Orleans Voodoo as Saint Teresa. It was our way of cloaking who we were truly worshiping. And what we were truly giving homage to was Oya, not Saint Teresa. But as this time goes, we have intertwined them, as New Orleans Voodoo has done, has intertwined a lot of African beliefs with Haitian beliefs, as well as Catholicism. So it's all one merge as what they call a roux. So I will end it tonight. All of you guys have a wonderful and blessed Samhain and a safe one. And hey, blessed be.